Internet, good morning. My name is Pokemon Trainer Steve, aka Magnitude. Welcome to this! If you guys remember that coming soon video that I made about 2 weeks ago, it is preparation for this. It's a USA versus Canada draft format league. It's kind of a league. The first 4 games are round robin, and from there we go into seeded tournaments, and the winning team, they win. They're USA versus Canada versus France. So I am facing Poketchu of France. I, of course, am representing the United States of America. You can check out his channel below. Links in the description. Check him out. He's got a lot of great stuff. I highly recommend him. Now, the team that I drafted is fully in the description. The team that I'm choosing to bring is the offensive Rain team. The thing about Rain is when you draft Rain, people have to consider that when they build a team. I don't have to really consider his threats. I just got to make him lose to my Rain. So that's kind of what I just brought. Offensive Politoed, kabutops, Mega Pinsir, Excadrill, Manaphy, and Cresselia. Cresselia is my one wall. I still have offensive Politoed as Mistletoe, the great pun name he leads with his mammal swine here. Now, you know that he prepared for me super hard by using dual screening mammal swine. You know that light screen is there to, shut down my Rain. That did so much, though, even after the light screen. I was in the Rain, I guess, so that's fine. I do get the burn, so that's nice, and I feel like, you know what, if he goes for that water thingy, that move with the water. Freeze Dry! That's the one, and I'll be fine. But he goes for Endeavor, actually, which is... So he really fucking thought this out. He wanted to get rid of my Rain ASAP. Unfortunately for him, I switched out my Politoed, knowing I need to preserve my Rains. I have one Rain setter, I gotta preserve them. I can't just be going willy-nilly. I set up a substitute, hoping that he will die here to burn. Actually, I actually hope he wouldn't die to burn, so I can get a free combine off. But he does die to burn, and he goes down. But I have a free sub set up for whatever he wants to bring in, giving me essentially a free Moonblast. He does go into Liepard, and I've seen Knockoff now. It's very imperative that I learn all of the moves on his set. Because I want to, this thing could have a lot of those, weird priority pranks or things. Also, hopefully, I did more damage than I thought I would. He dropped special attack, which is kind of useless. Also, it's good to note that in the Rain, kabutops can out-priority this thing because of the speed. I actually thought he'd go for another knockoff here, so I go right into Blue Blaster! Blah! That's what Gabumon does. He goes for a Thunder Wave, so that's just a kick in the pants. Wasn't expecting that at all. That's really unfortunate. But I do have Facade. In case this were to happen instead of return, so I can fire off a nice juicy Facade, and I get the boost because I'm paralyzed, and of course I have the quick attack, but he fully paired, that sucks. But he does have Gliscor, which is going to stop Mega Pinsir in every single way. So I decided to go back to Cresselia, maybe sack Cresselia. At the worst, best case, he goes for, Stealth Rocks here. So I'm actually okay with that. I have Rapid Spin on my Excadrill, so that's not a problem for me. I'm going to double out again now, and I go back into Pinsir because I think there's absolutely no way he's going to be staying in here, knowing I have potential for Ice Beam. But he goes for Stone Edge, and that's totally fine. Light Screen wears off. I just sacked Mega Pinsir at that point for seeing Stone Edge. I wanted to waste more turns of screens, and the Rain stops when I get the Rain back up again, and I'm almost essentially at full HP, and he has to switch now. He does not want to take a Scald from this thing, but he has Rotom that doesn't mind taking a Scald. But depending on what kind of Rotom it is, if you prepared for Mega Pinsir a lot, it could still do a lot of damage in the Rain. And it does, that's okay amount, but I get the burn, which is nice. I don't see an item, so it's going to make me think he's either Resto Chesto, Trick Scarf, but he goes for Volt Switch. I know I can eat that Volt Switch all day, and I know that nothing he's going to want to bring in is going to want to like a Scald either, so he goes now in a Flufflepuff. Now this is a big spot for me here. I got a crit, which is fine. So here, obviously I don't switch, but I thought about it for a long time, and I wanted to catch him here. This is a big risky moment in the game here. You gotta make big risks once in a while. I knew the switch here was super obvious because I already preserved Politoed once, so I had to make him think that I'm gonna do it again. But here I'm not gonna preserve Politoed. Well, I'm gonna preserve it, but I'm gonna predict he's gonna go for one of 3 moves. It's either gonna be a Dragon Dance, it's either gonna be a Roost, or it's gonna be a Heal Bell. I don't think he's gonna go for an attack move because he's gonna predict me to switch and get one of those free support moves off. So I stay in, and I'm offensive with Ice Beam. I don't think he saw that one coming. So he is actually, though, going to get off a Heal Bell. So 1 for 3, that pays off once in a while. The bell chimes, ching, 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 ching. I don't know what that even was. Ice Beam, though, is coming in, and get the freeze, baby! It's so easy. It's so easy. Even a caveman can do it. They invented fire, so it's easy that he then could the ice and the... He's still frozen. I didn't want to risk him switching out. I wanted to potentially get Cresselia a little better. He's still frozen. I'm going to be able to take out the Altaria due to the freeze, and that's going to be a giant, because if that had Roost, that could have just sat there all day on me. But I got some more turns of rain left. I got Cresselia back at 51 HP, where it comfortably belongs. He goes into Leopard again, and I just can't. He goes for a knockoff, which is okay. But now I have kabutops in the rain, can out-priority this thing. So if he wants to go for a Thunder Wave, that doesn't matter, because I can out-priority him. I have Aqua Jet in the rain. It'll do about 75% damage in whole. He had to live at fucking 1. Citrus Berry, I don't understand why that set existed, but it is, and he is able to Thunder Wave, making this rain sweep with kabutops nigh impossible, but mostly improbable. So Leopard goes down. Leopard, I'm gonna get made fun of in the comments anyway for being a fucking retard, so you might as well just do it now. Goes into Jirachi, and I want to save this thing for fodder, and I want to see what he's gonna do here. So I go into Granbull on the predicted Thunder, but he goes for a Psychic. And that's not going to do a lot to me. Now here he loads my special defense, which is kind of unfortunate, but he does switch as he he has the Gliscor left. I am just going to get Rapid Spin just to make sure that my Politoed will and Manaphy, mostly the Manaphy, will come in unscathed. I am Life Orb, and but I do want to switch to save that just in case I go up against Manaphy. And I go into Free Hugs. That is my kabutops as death fodder to get Politoed back in there, and then try to get Manaphy rolling. And that's going to be the game plan towards the end of this match. Gotta get Manaphy rolling, and you gotta do it by getting the rain back up. Again, the thing I said about rain teams in the beginning of this video is that people have to prepare for your rain. And it seems like so far he's done that. He's had a screening Mamoswine, and well, we've seen Jirachi would potentially Scarf, so he knew that the fire typing wasn't going to be a big thing in the rain. So I'm going to live the Hydro Pump, and I'm going to fire off a Scald, and I'm not going to get a burn. Not going to get a burn. He is going to take me out, but that will now give me opportunities. Now give me opportunities with Manaphy. I ended up noticing that that Excadrill was not Mold Breaker because I just it was wrong. I genned it wrong. I was supposed to get Mold Breaker, but I accidentally gave it Sand Rush, so that's why I didn't go into it on Rotom. I switch, and I go into Granbull again, and he's going to Trick Scarf me, so that works out nicely. Now he has a Life Orb, so I've seen Trick, I've seen Psychic, and he's got Thunder on there. So that's some good news that I know exists. So like I said, he brought Thunder for the rain. And now I don't know if he just revealed Thunder, but we had a match before this where he didn't set to level 50 and not level 100s, and so I saw Thunder on Jirachi. We did say moves, so possibly you've seen Thunder. I don't know if I'm just melding those together. I do that often, but he crits me, I die, but that's okay because I have the rain stop at a perfect opportunity. Because now we have. Well, it would be a perfect opportunity if I had Politoed. But it stopped. I get a Tail Glow with Manaphy, and now we start the sweep. And he goes for Earthquake. That's gonna do a little bit. I'm okay with that. Got those leftovers. Get that HP back. Now I am Timid Max Speed because I wanted to speed tie it worse with Jirachi. Fire off a Scald. He's obviously dead. And now he's got Jirachi left with Thunder. And if I lose the speed tie, I'll live the Thunder. If I win the speed tie, I gotta burn him. That's weird. We're speed tie. He wins the first speed tie because he tricked a Scarf away, so we know he's not Scarf. Living at 5.
That was easy.
Yes, it was, man. If you go to Scald, +3 Scald, +3 Scald. No! He lived at like 6, no burn. But he does the France move and misclicks me into Scald, and he is gonna lose 0-0 because he accidentally clicks Trick instead of Psychic or Thunder. That's unfortunate for him. USA wins. USA. USA. And that is the first of the round-robin matchups. I'll be seeing you guys next Wednesday with some more USA vs. France.